Hey guys, it's Chuck here with my son Tim in the background. Sunday morning at the kitchen table having breakfast, and I'm trying to put the finishing touches on this Screwy Tuesday number 34. Thanks for stopping by my channel, and I hope you enjoy. Oh, here's something to get up here. Come here. Come here. The ham has to get into the picture also. Huh? There he is. Good morning, Howie. All right. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. It's a little long. I'm going to start off showing you a new tool I purchased, and then we're going to get into ball antics. Going to do more demonstration and my ideas on the HOLDRIDGE ball turner. I had an idea for one, removing balls off the shank, and also have an idea of how to make a multi-end shank. So hope you enjoy, and I'm going to finish up having my coffee here with my son. Take care. Now you shut this off.
Guys, well, I just got to show off a new tool in the shop. As you know, last week, Screwy Tuesday, I think I mentioned it last week, I dropped my mic and bent the anvil on it. This one reads in 10,000ths, and I love this mic, but it's dust. So I went on eBay and I found another Mitutoyo. This one's a combo mic, so it reads in millimeters, and it's a 10th reading micrometer also. Even came with its own condom. How about that? Look at that. Already tried it out. It's sweet. It's great shape. Picked it up for 25 bucks, including shipping. So real happy with that purchase. All right, guys. Just can't drop it now. Well, in last week's Screwy Tuesday, you might recall that we did a 2-inch diameter, 1-inch radius on the end of a ball. So since it was on the arbor, I thought I would just finish it up with a 1-inch ball radius, 1-inch diameter, and of course it's a little bit elliptical, but it was just fun screwing around. Well, this ball's on that arbor, on that bolt, and so how do you get it off without tearing it up? So the one way is to make the what I showed a couple of videos back, were I think they're watchmaker wrenches that you can make. My buddy Carl showed me those, and they're non-marring, and so I could make one for a 1-inch diameter or whatever that diameter is now, but that's no adjustability and a lot of time. So I've been thinking about it, and I've got these vice grips, and you can see they're quite aggressive. So yeah, they're going to bite on that ball and take it off, but going to have a chewy ball there. So that's not my buddy Chewy, but a chewed up ball. So I came up with this bright idea. I got the copper from Brent at Digiconso, and so I was eyeballing making some copper inserts for this set of vice grips. And you can either bite out here for smaller items or inside for bigger items. And it seems to have worked out fairly well. I got this ball off using it by grabbing right here. I've since adjusted it, but basically it tightened down. Yeah, got to still adjust it some, but tightened it down so that the vice grips bit on the ball, and I had the ability to take the ball off the arbor and didn't mar the ball. So anyway, I got this idea, of course. Where else would I get these ideas? I don't think I'm up. My buddy Tom Lipton. So this tool's been Liptonized. I was over in Tom's shop one day, and he showed me a pair of vice grips, standard vice grips, where he had put copper jaws on it for similar applications, in a sense, for non-marring. So Tom, thank you for the little idea and my cheat of making my ball removing tool. We'll see how it functions, and then maybe I can do a little better metal smithing on it to make it work. So in last week's Screwy Tuesday, Stan was here, and we were fooling around turning this 1-inch ball. And you can see the stick out we had here, and we were having a problem that we'd actually hit the chuck, and we even slipped over to a collet setup, and we were having an issue with hitting everything. So, but this yoke is the one that's set up for a 4-inch ball. So let's change over to a 2-inch yoke and see how that affects turning a 1-inch ball. The reason I'm bringing this up is I'm in the process of thinking about how to build an arbor for turning multiple balls. And part of that question is, how far does that arbor have to stick out to do that? And with the 2-inch arbor, 2-inch yoke, I should say, maybe we don't have that issue of hitting over here. Probably won't. Makes sense. So let me, we'll go through how to change this out and put in the 2-inch yoke and go ahead and do a setup and try cutting another ball. Well, in my obsession of learning how to cut balls, searching the web, I found this website, and I'll have to put it in the link. Off the top of my head, I don't remember, but I printed this sheet off, and it basically shows if you have a rough shape, diameter, and what your finished shape would be, and then if you were, that would be to turn a ball onto a shank. And here you would be just putting a radius on the end of the ball. In this same page, they give you the math so that your blank length equals the ball diameter minus h. And h would be this point right here where the circumference of the ball intersects with the shank diameter, so that your actual blank length is smaller or shorter than your ball diameter. And so they give you the math to do that, and that's one of the things I wanted to test out also. I actually did a little Excel spreadsheet so I don't have to try to do the math every time, and I've checked it. So that's something else we're going to work on here too. Well, while we're here, I was just discussing about how far an arbor would have to stick out. And of course, this is a 3/8 bolt there, but not every time you're going to make a ball are you going to have a 3/8 female. And so I was thinking about it, and not every time are you going to turn the piece down to have the shank. You may just be needing a ball with a certain thread diameter on it. So I was thinking about it, how would I do that and create an arbor? And so I came up with this idea, and here they are in my hand. So went to McMaster Carr and purchased 1/2-inch 13 females coupling nuts with various female sizes on the other side. So there's looks like 5/16, there's 1/4, there's 3/8, there's 3/4, there's 5/8. So my thought is to build an arbor that will have enough rigidity so that we don't have a little spindly guy sticking out. The 1/2-inch coupling nut would screw on to a 1/2-inch male thread there, and then all of these will have studs sticking out and probably relieve this back some, relieve the coupling nut back some, so that you can get into the back side of the balls for making balls that have female receivers already. So that's another little idea I'm working on and don't know if it'll be successful or not. I'll end up Loctiting the studs in here, and then this can be removed off the arbor and back on. So that's another little brainstorm of mine. We'll see if it works or not. Okay, so let's look about changing the arbor. That's the 4-inch arbor, and this is the 2-inch arbor. Instructions don't give you any, there's no instructions on how to change the arbor, but it doesn't look that too difficult. So we have a Allen wrench here, Allen head bolt there, and this looks like it sits on a pivot down below on that adjustment screw that is down underneath here. So let's see if we can get this apart, what we need to do. Well, I think I can leave the handle on, maybe. So let's try taking this guy out. Okay, that loosens that. Maybe you do have to take the handle off. Okay, let's try taking the handle off, see what that gets us. Ah, they don't give you an Allen head, or at least in my set I didn't get an Allen head wrench for that. So let me find one. That looks like it might be the culprit. Yep. I'm out of frame there. Okay, I think the camera stopped recording. We're back in frame, and let's get this guy loose. That guy's tight. Wow. Okay. So what have I learned so far? Does that bolt go all the way down into that piece right there? No. I think you just have to loosen. Let's see. Maybe that's why they don't give you a wrench for it. Maybe you just have to... Ah. I see, said the blind man. Loosen this guy so the arbor swings free. Duh. Wasn't too hard to figure out. Now the handle will come up and the arbor will come out. Should have taken the tool out first. That was pretty simple. So that looks good. We'll give it just a little shot of whale oil on there. Make it feel good. Come on, just a little shot. Yeah. And pick that guy up. And we drop that guy down in. Ah, now we have the ability to adjust the handle also. How about that? We'd be learning. Okay. Now we tighten up on that guy. Too simple. Now we have the smaller arbor in place. Okay, so we will get the tool set up, and let me just grab a couple things here, and we got to get back on center, of course, also. I don't think this should have changed the center height. We should be good. Okay, we have the smaller yoke in there now, and so we're going to set up for cutting another 1-inch ball. So I have my micrometer with a 2-inch spindle in there. So with the 1/2 inch parallel that goes onto here, I'm sticking out 1 inch. And we know from this flat to center line is a 1/2 inch, and we want a 1/2 inch radius for a 1-inch diameter ball. So we'll set the tool touching that micrometer right there. And we got it right there. I think this is going to eliminate the chatter that we were having last week because we had such a stick out. So tighten the tool down. Tool does have a flat on it. And let's get a ball in there, and we'll start turning. The other issue we were having last week, just to show you, last week, get this camera straight, last week as we were coming around to the back side of the ball, we were way over here with the handle because we didn't adjust the yoke so that we didn't have that issue. So now right here, we're easily getting to the back side of the ball, and we're quite a ways away from the head of the lathe. So that's something we didn't do the other day, last week, last Screwy Tuesday. Okay, so we will get a ball set up and then check height and give it a go. So in my last Screwy Tuesday, when we talked about the Holdridge, I talked about how there's an adjustment screw underneath here which raises and lowers the yoke. Well, right now it's all the way down, and you can see that the tip of the cutter is higher than my tailstock. So I need to actually raise the tool, and I also have this other guy that I've made that's set on tool height, and it shows me that the tool is too tall. So I took a 50 thousandths gauge block here out of my set, and that was pretty much what I thought it was by using the ruler, and you can see we're looking at about 50 thousandths that I need to raise the complete tool. And so what I'm going to plan on doing, pardon me for grabbing the camera here, but right here I'll loosen the hold down, and I'll put shims underneath here to raise the whole tool up 50 thousandths, and then we should be on center. So I'll bring you back after I get that done. Okay, I've installed some shims underneath the tool, the actual main body of the tool here, and I have it, the tool bit on center. .991. So we went beyond the 1 inch. Well, that told me something different there. Yeah, 991. So as Stan mentioned the other day, you need to start off with a little bigger piece. And what it's taught me here is that a stick out of 2 inches isn't enough, because actually when we got to 1 inch, we should have actually taken off that nub right there. That should have been gone. but I can't get there because I'm actually hitting the tool here. And so, learned another lesson. Don't like the chatter I'm getting. I'll have to check the tip on this tool, see what it looks like. Could be this isn't just rigid enough either. Okay, just for shits and giggles, I ended up moving. So I set 0. I had the tool over here. And I set 0 on my travel dial, and then I moved the tool back a ½ an inch, and then with my calipers, you know, as best I could, I moved the part out ½ an inch, just to see if I got clearance. And what it showed me there was the ½ an inch. Well, was basically, I probably could have got away with 300 thousandths if I wanted to hold it tight. But what that did show me is that I can come around and I can get to the backside of my ball there, where I would have a complete ball. Of course, I wanted less chatter. Now, it'd be interesting is what that ball ended up in dimension. If I ended up as a circular ball, or should be a circular ball. Let's see. So I got hot balls right now. Let's call it 892.5. Yeah, 885. So it looks like I got a little bit of an ellipse here also. Yeah, 894. With the way I'm holding the caliper. Yeah, I got a little bit of an ellipse going here, and 884. So not bad. It's getting there. A lot of practice. And where's my Liptonized pliers? Get this gun off. Let's give it a shot. Where'd I put them? There they are. Let's see if I can get that ball off of there. There we go. Yeah, the ball came loose. But since it's there, I'm going to give it a little tighten back up and get rid of that chatter. We'll do a little sanding and we'll at least have a ball. Okay, there it is. The done ball. Alright. We'll bring you back with some more ball antics. Okay, we're going to make an arbor for the ball turner. So I've got a piece of 3/4 inch in there, and I'm going to turn a ½ inch 13 thread on it. Okay, the arbor is completed, finished the threads on it, and we'll move on and test out my idea of using the coupling nuts. Well, here's a little test. So put a couple of nuts on here and dial indicator, and spinning it, you can see it comes back to 0, comes back almost to 0, about a ½ a thou off, comes to 0. Whoop, that one's 2 thou off of 0 short. and back to 0. So they basically, all the ends of the nut hit 0. I was just kind of checking this shaft. I'll show you why. So this was my kind of slick idea here, using a coupling nut, 1/2-inch coupling nut, and like here I just ran an Allen down through it, so now I have a little stub arbor, and screw it onto my arbor, and now I can attach my ball on it. Hey, slick, pretty quick, adjustable, and thought I had it licked here. Same thing with a 3/8. Here's a 3/8. I haven't ran it. I was gonna cut the head on it so it would fit down inside and do the same thing. But yeah, let me spin the lathe. Let's see. Spin it by hand. See if you can see it. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it there. Let me fire the lathe up. Long story short is, turns out coupling nuts aren't concentric. I think you can see the wobble on that guy. Yeah, they're just not concentric. So there went my slick idea of using the coupling nuts. This one, when it goes all the way in, that's even out. So, oh well, I got some coupling nuts for other uses, but it's not going to work for my great idea here. Kind of bummed, but to think about this one. Okay, I've been thinking about this idea, and let's give it a try. This guy right now doesn't run true, and this is the 1/2-inch to 1/4 inch. So got it tightened on my arbor, and I'm going to end up modifying these anyway for clearance. So my thought is, let's true this up, and then let's see if it'll go back on and off true. Okay, it's turned down. You guys can't see the indicator. It doesn't really matter. Do you need to see the indicator? Do you need to see the indicator? Okay, you guys get to see the indicator. Alright, so it's turned still in the collet, and she's running nice and concentric. So let me move the indicator, find my wrench. Where's my wrench? Who took the wrench? I know I didn't put the wrench back. Alright, nobody move. Ha! I almost put it back. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay. Of course I had a wrench right next to me, stupid, a real wrench. Okay, so take it off, put it back on. Tighten it up, and let's see if it still runs true. Well, within total run out of 2/1000ths. I think I'm going to call that good for making balls. I'm not going to cry over that. So just for the fun of it, come on, damn thing. I have a wrench here that fits it. Let's pop it and just reset it again, maybe a little tighter. Yeah, a little more. Let me ponder on this one. Still think that's good enough to make balls with, though. Not happy. Let me ponder on this. Okay. So, tried something here. Tightened the nut, or tightened that piece, the coupling, really tight on the shaft, returned it. So I'm back to 0. So, now, let's see if that'll repeat. So if I take it off, and then put it back on, tighten it real hard, so I get a repeat. So I get a repeat. And back to my total of 2 thou, which I would live with. Will it repeat? Should I ask the 8-ball? I think I should ask the magic 8-ball, see what it tells me. Hang on. Yeah, the camera shut off, but okay. So the 8-ball said didn't look like it was going to work. We're back set up. And the damn 8-ball was right. I'm up to 4 thou. So this idea is not cutting it. My idea was if this thing would repeat, then I would just bore this out and thread it for the next size up and have a repeatable tool here. Yeah, let me think some more. Okay, Mr. 8-ball, should Chuck just scrap this whole harebrained idea and make a arbor for each thread that he needs? Outlook good. Yeah. 8-ball, do you know what the hell you're talking about? Ask again later. Alright, wasted enough of your guys. Did Chuck figure out the answer? It is certain. Okay, let's see. Here's what I came up with. So, for shits and giggles, I just put a bolt in there, so now this thread has a positive stop rather than this thread stopping on a different surface in there. So let's see. I haven't tried this, so this is live. The ball says it's certain that it works. Oh yeah, look at that. Fucking ball doesn't know what it's talking about. Okay, haven't given up on this yet. So this is the coupling nut. It's got a 5/16 female thread on the end. And it's running, yeah, about a total of almost 2 thou run out. So about 1 thou out. But let's get the indicator out of the way. See the run out on that bolt. So my plan is to come in here, bore this straight, this thread, and kick it up to the next size, 3/8. And that's what I'm going to do with all of these different ones, whatever this thread size is. This is quarter, it'll go to 5/16, and just bore them straight and thread them. And I think I'll end up having my adapters. So we'll bring you back. Okay, so I got a 5/16 two-flute end mill in here, and we'll go in and see if we can straighten that hole. Okay, let's live dangerous and go for a power tap on it. Kind of run out we get. Let's go visual first. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Compressor had a kick on. Be back. Now I've checked this a couple of times, so I'm 0 on the shaft there, no run out, or maybe a thou, and but I'm getting just about 4 thousandths total run out on this bolt head here. I've tried a couple different Allen heads and it's pretty much consistent. And looks like that's the best I'll get out of it. So I'm going to try something. Alright, I'm a little confused where I am on my filming, but I had a bright idea. I had this, I don't know if I filmed it or not, but I had this in there. I turned it down so that it would fit inside the 1/2" thread. Right, so it could go inside the 1/2" thread, and then I threaded it on so that I had this thread sticking out. Well, when the arbor or this nut tightened down on the back of this Allen head, it kicked it out 15 or 20 thousandths. So that idea didn't work. So now I'm going to slice off the thread and go ahead and Loctite it into here. We're still good on the arbor here, basically 1 thou, 2 thou, so I can live with that. So keep on trying here. Well, I just put the stud in, Loctited it in from this side, came in from the front, so we'll see what kind of product I end up with. Still need to go ahead and relieve this nose piece off of here a little bit. Do that after it sets up. Okay. Going to try out my new setup here. So going for a 1" blank. I'm a little bit over, not by much, and the calculator says that if I want to hit this shaft, which is 0.583, then my blank should be 0.906 in length, and that's what I have there. So we will see if it all works out. So another attempt at turning balls. Here we go. See ya, Howie. Go. Okay. Well, the math worked out. It came right to the end of the shank. The ball finished right there. Ball finished up real nice. I had sharpened the tool, got rid of the chatter, and we'd be making balls, and it looks like my little adjustment shaft here will work good. I'm going to probably end up bringing this back at a taper and do that with the remainder of them. Well, hope you enjoyed ball making. And let's see, just for shits and giggles, will my tool take it off? Something's coming off. Hey now. There you go. Brought it right to the bottom. No marring. Whoop, right to the bottom. And no marring. Up. Looks like I didn't just take it to the tip. Couldn't see behind the tool there. Oh well, got to keep practicing. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Just to follow up, finished ball 992. Can't see what I'm doing with the calipers. 992. So actually turned the ball. Didn't turn the ellipse this time.